Last week, we brought you the bombshell reporting from a whistleblower at the St. Louis Pediatric Gender Clinic, exposing how the center manipulated patients into puberty blocker use, and even worse, getting irreversible surgery. The whistleblower, Jamie Reed, says that many of the patients had obvious mental issues, but that the clinic just didn't care. Children come into the clinic using pronouns of inanimate objects like mushroom, rock, or helicopter. Children come into the clinic saying they want hormones because they don't want to be gay. Children come in changing their identities on a day-to-day basis. Children come in under clear pressure by a parent to identify in a way inconsistent with the child's actual identity. In all these cases, the doctors decide to issue puberty blockers or cross-sex hormones. I've seen puberty blockers worsen the mental health outcomes of children. Children who have not contemplated suicide before being put on puberty blockers have attempted suicide after. Well, after that disturbing reporting, Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey called for a moratorium on certain treatments pending an investigation. Well, the hospital refused. Joining me now is Andrew Bailey, Missouri Attorney General. Mr. Attorney General, I'll tell you that the president and CEO of the BJC Healthcare and the chancellor of Washington University said they were establishing additional oversight in response to your call for a moratorium. That doesn't satisfy your concerns? There additional oversight for the gender transition clinic?
No, listen, the allegations that the whistleblower has brought to our attention are frightening, and they have to be taken seriously. That's why we called for this moratorium. If the clinic is serious about protecting patients and instituting control measures, the best control measure at this point in time is a moratorium on these types of procedures. Because think about what the whistleblower has said. This is a person who describes herself as a progressive, who's married to a transgender man, who asked to be a caseworker at the transgender clinic because she believes in transgender rights. And if she's saying this is harmful, that these are frightening procedures that are hurting kids and causing permanent damage, then we got to take that seriously. We're going to use every legal resource available to us to hold people accountable and protect children.
Mr. Attorney General, is there possible criminal liability involved on the part of any individuals who are operating this clinic or involved in this type of brainwashing of the kids?
Absolutely. Listen, I'm a father of 4. I'm an adoptive parent who's fostered kids. I understand firsthand how important it is to protect children, and we're going to use every legal recourse available. It's an all-hands-on-deck approach. I'm proud to be leading a coalition of state agencies that are going to investigate this matter thoroughly and fully, and we will have our day in court when the time comes. And if people are they're wrongdoers that are harming children, we're going to hold them accountable, and we're going to stand up and fight for the kids.
Well, sanctuary states are coming out on behalf of gender-affirming health care, with the Hill reporting that Democratic state lawmakers are mobilizing against a tidal wave of proposed legislation to heavily restrict access to gender-affirming care, combating stringent measures with bills that plan to establish sanctuary states to shield doctors, transgender youth and their families in all 50 states from potential legal retribution.